If you're interested in seeing how I made this wedding gown, then stay tuned. Hey, welcome back to my sewing room. If you're new here, don't forget to press the subscribe button down below. I post awesome sewing videos twice weekly. Now, in today's episode of How to Make a Wedding Gown, I'll be showing you how to insert the lining into the wedding gown. Now, stay tuned to the end because I'll be telling you things that I will do differently next time I make the wedding gown. And now that I have your attention, let's get to the video. Okay, so this is currently where we're at with the dress. I know in my last video, there was a zipper here, but it looked absolutely ridiculous, so I took it out. It was a regular zipper. I didn't have an invisible zipper on hand, but I actually found a shop on Etsy that sells the kind of translucent invisible zippers, because originally I was gonna put buttons here, but I can't for life of me figure out how to do that. So I'm gonna go ahead and buy it's like a white kind of tulle zipper, and it's invisible zipper, and that's what I'm gonna insert in the back. So that's what I'm gonna get. But right now, well, in today's video, we're going to work on the, let's turn around. We're gonna work on the, the inside of her, and excuse me, her appliques are falling off because I had to steal some pins from it. But we're gonna work on the lining and the boning. Well, we're boning the lining for her. So let's get started on that. Okay, so what I'm gonna start by doing is laying out my interfacing. I'm gonna go ahead and cut it out because when I originally cut out all of the pattern pieces, I didn't cut out any interfacing. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do that. And I'm using cotton interfacing. It's just so much easier to use cotton as far as the ironing it goes. I don't have to worry about my interfacing melting on me. And I'm going to need a ruler or you need a pencil, but I can't find one. My kids keep destroying all my pencils, so I'm going to use a little piece of lead that I have. So the first thing that I'm going to do is, which I probably should have done it already, but you could go to the machine and stitch a 1 centimeter seam allowance or stay stitch around all the top of all your pieces. But I like to work smart, and I like to do a lot of the work before, just because I have to keep switching my table, taking the sewing machine off and putting it back on. So I want to do everything that I can by hand before I start sewing. So I'm going to just keep in mind that I cannot go past this centimeter there. Let me go ahead and bring it closer. Okay, let's start over. So when I get to that point, I'm going to pivot, put my needle down, lift my foot and pivot. And then I'm going to go ahead and sew all the way off the edge. Cut my threads. And then start again. Fine, I'm not gonna. And then I'm also going to sew down the princess seam. Just down to my underbust. And when I get to my underbust, I'm going to put my needle down and pivot. And sew right off the edge. Okay, so I have my piece all stay stitched, and I'm going to go ahead and use the 1/2 inch wide or 12 millimeter wide polyester rigiline boning. You can get this from Amazon. I think it's like, I don't know, maybe $30. Don't quote me, maybe it's $20. But if you do a lot of bone garments and corsets and things like that, then it's worth buying. For all of the straight pieces, I'm going to use the rigiline bones. Well, actually for this gown, all of the bones are going to be rigiline bones. But when I made my wedding gown, particularly because I'm a bigger size, on the princess seam and the side seams, I used the spiral steel boning, which is this stuff. And I'm not using it in this gown mainly because this gown is just a sample gown. It won't be worn. And because this stuff is a pain in the ass to cut and my husband is not here. So I'm just going to go ahead and measure down. And cut it. Make sure you use your non-fabric scissors to cut this. And remember that there's 2 of each piece. So save time and cut them both at the same time. But don't cut too many pieces at once because then you'll get confused and you won't know what goes where. Off the ends of the bones, I'm going to use masking tape. Some people use like muslin squares, pre-cut muslin squares that you can put on there, but I'm not doing all that. I use masking tape and it does the same job. I like to break off a whole bunch of them and put them on the edge of my desk here. And just put it over the edge. Please mind this nail. I know it is hanging on. I keep telling myself I'm gonna take it off, and I keep not doing it, so we'll be fine. Mama needs a manicure, we know that. And I also want to give a special thanks to all of my new subscribers. I really appreciate it. You guys are really supporting my channel. I would love to keep creating content like this, like special occasion gowns and bridal gowns and things like that. So for you guys to support my channel really means a lot to me. Now, if only I can get to my 1,000 subscribers so I can start monetizing my videos, that would be great. So it would really, really, really help me out. If you have not subscribed yet, please press the subscribe button and give me a like to let me know that you guys would appreciate if I keep creating this kind of content. All right, that's my last bone. And see, look, I already got confused. Okay, those two belong together. And then these two. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and sew the bones on. So this is what it looks like once you put the structure in it, the lining in it. And right now, the gown is like, how many layers? There's the lining layer, the face, which has 2 layers, and then 2 layers of tulle. But right now, everything was nice and flat. And now I'm just hand sewing down the lining to the face. I'm gonna sit on the couch and just hand sew it just because it takes a long time. So I just wanted you guys to see what it looks like. And this is what the back looks like with the structure in it too. I mean, I have appliques all over the place because I had to move them. Well, I had to unpin them to steal some pins and to get the lining in, so. But I think it's looking pretty good. I'm gonna go ahead and hand sew that lining in, and I'll come back and show you when I'm done with that. Okay, so now that you guys sat through the whole video, now I'm gonna tell you things that I'll do differently next time I make the gown. And the main thing is that I would do, the main thing that I would do differently is next time I'm going to make the boning layer a separate layer, because I figure if I make the boning layer a separate layer out of muslin or something really thin, maybe even organza, I can, she's back there trying to get into the video. Anyway, or even maybe organza, what I can do is stay stitch that or base that to the face, and then I can just sew my lining in right sides together and bag it out that way. I think that'll be so much easier than the way that I did it, especially because the boning at the top kind of was getting in the way of me folding the seam down, and that's kind of my error, because I should have made sure that I actually sewed my boning underneath the centimeter line. So I would do that differently. Also, what I would do is make sure that I hemmed the bottom of the lining before I put it into the gown, because now that I'm thinking about it, it's gonna be really hard to hem all 3 layers of dress. So don't make the mistake I did. Let me think, what else? I think also I would wait till the very end to put on the appliques. I haven't actually sewn the appliques down. All I've done is pin them, but still they kind of got in the way, and I kind of undid an hour worth of work by taking them off. If you see little fuzzy heads, because it's my baby down here. What else? For now, I think that's it. I think my next video, this was supposed to be 3 parts, but it's obviously gonna be 4, because I'm still waiting on the rest of the appliques to come in, and I still have to wait for the zipper to come in. So there'll be 1 more part. And I also have a whole bunch of beads. Leah, I also have a whole bunch of beads and rhinestones that I think I want to put on the gown too, but I might save that for my Cinderella project that I'm making. And that leads me over to my upcoming projects. I think at the end of every video, I'm going to put upcoming projects so that new subscribers or people who haven't subscribed yet can actually subscribe down below, so they'll know what's coming up. So my next video will be the actual ruffle dress video. I already made the pattern for that, and I actually made quite a few alterations to that pattern. So I'll be making that dress in my next video, or yes, dress. And then the next video after that will be a box pleated maxi dress with a matching kind of bustier top. And then I also have a flower girl dress project coming up. I know you see my little one walking back there, but you can't beat him, join him, okay? But yeah, I have a flower girl dress coming up. I want to do a bridesmaid dress just to go along with the How to Make a Wedding Gown series. And then I also will have a Cinderella costume coming up. I have a Belle costume, not her yellow dress, but the dress that she wore at the end of the movie for her wedding. I'm gonna be making that. And I also want to dabble into some 18th century sewing, but we'll see how that goes. And as always, thank you for watching my video. I enjoy having you guys in my sewing room. If you have not subscribed, please subscribe below and like this video so I can know to keep creating more content like this. And I will see you in my next one.